One Industries 2, lecture number 26 is Characteristics of Paints. Table of Contents. The table of contents of this lecture are ingredients, paint composition, characteristics of paints, defects of paints, advantages. So in this lecture you will learn about the characteristics of paints, what are the defects of paints, and what are the advantages of paints. Ingredients. So what are the important ingredients of paints? Binder, vehicle, or reasons. What is binder? The binder, commonly called the vehicle, is the film forming component of paint. The binders are also called as vehicle or resins. They are used to bind the surfaces. They are commonly called as vehicles. They are the film forming component of the paint. It is the only component that must be present. The binder imparts adhesions and strongly influences such properties as gloss, durability, flexibility, and toughness. So, the binders are an important component. They impart the adhesions and strong influences. There are following properties that are present in the binders: durability, gloss, flexibility, and toughness. So, due to following properties such as gloss, durability, flexibility, and toughness, the binders are important. Solvent. So what are solvent and what is their role? The main purpose of solvent is to dissolve the polymer and adjust the viscosity of paint. So why the solvents are added? What is their role? Their role is to dissolve the polymer and they are used to adjust the viscosity of the paint. It facilitates the paint's application, its drying, and the formulation of regular paint film and act as a carrier for non-volatile component in a paint. So what are the uses of solvent? The use of solvent is to facilitate the application of a paint. They act as a drying agent and they are used to regulate the paint film. They also act as a carrier for the non-volatile components that are present in the paint. During application and drying, the solvent evaporates. To separate heavier oils, for example, linseed, as in oil-based interior house paint, a thinner oil is required. So, during application and the process of drying, the solvent evaporates. To separate the heavier oils, such as the linseed oil, such as the oil-based interior house paint, For the all-base interior house paint, a thinner oil is required. During the process of paint and the process of drying, the solvent evaporates. So, for the spread of heavier oils, such as the linseed oil, which are used as the oil-based interior house paints, a thinner oil is required. Pigment or filler. What are pigments and what is their role? Pigments are granular solids incorporated in the paint to contribute color. So, the pigments are the granular solids. And what is their role? They are incorporated in the paints to contribute the color properties. They can be classified as either natural or synthetic. Natural pigments include various clays, calcium carbonate, mica, silica, and talc. So, the pigments are basically classified into two types. They are classified as the natural pigments or the synthetic pigments. How we can take the natural pigments? We can take the natural pigments from various clays, mica, silica, talc, and calcium carbonates. So there are various natural pigments that are present, and this natural pigment includes various types of clays, calcium carbonates, mica, silica, and talc, etc. How we can obtain the synthetic pigments? Synthetics would include engineered molecules, calcinated clays, and precipitated calcium carbonates. So, what are the examples of synthetic pigments? The synthetic pigments include the engineered molecules, precipitated calcium carbonate, and calcinated clays. Fillers are a special type of pigment that serve to thicken the film, support its structure, and increase the volume of paint. So, what are the fillers and what is their role? These fillers serve as the special type of a pigment. What is the role of filler? The fillers are used to thicken the film. They are used to support the structure, and they are also used to increase the volume of paint. The granular solids impart toughness and texture. Not all paints include fillers. There are some granular solids that are used, and their use is to impart the toughness and textures. So, not all paints include fillers. So, the fillers are not present in all the paints. On the other hand, some paints contain large proportions of pigment, filler, and binder. So, On the other hand, we can say that there are some paints which contains the large amount of pigments, fillers and binders. So the pigment fillers and binders are an important components and they are present in large proportion in some paints. Additives. Beside the three main categories of ingredients, paints can have a wide variety of miscellaneous additives, which are usually added in small amounts, yet provide a significant effect on the product. So, beside the major components which are used in the production of paints, there are some additives which are added in a very small amounts in the making of paints, and these additives play a significant role and a significant effect on the product. Some examples include additives to modify surface tension, improve flow properties and finished appearance, and control foaming, etc. So there are some properties of additives. The additives are used to modify the surface tension. They are used to improve the flow properties of paint. They give the final appearance to the paint. And they are also used as a control foaming agent. Paint composition. So, what is the composition of paints? Paints are composed of various pigments such as lead white, yellow ochre, cadmium yellow, red ochre, chromium red, Prussian blue, cobalt blue, zinc green, amber, burnt sienna and lamp black. So, which pigments are used in the composition of paints and what are their constituents? Number 1. The pigment which is used in the composition of paint is lead white. What is its constitution? It constitutes of basic lead carbonate, and these are highly poisonous. Number 2. Yellow ochre. Yellow ochre is a pigment which is used in the composition of paint. What is its constitutions? They are constituted of hydrated ferric oxide and they are highly tolerant externally. Cadmium yellow is a pigment which is also used in the paint composition. It is constituted of cadmium sulfate. It is highly poisonous. Number 4. Red ochre. Red ochre constitutes of ferric oxide. It is an earth pigment. Number 5. Chrome red. Chrome red is a pigment which is used in the composition of paint. It constitutes of basic lead chromate. It is highly poisonous. Number 6. Prussian blue. Prussian blue is a pigment which is used in the paint composition. It constitutes of ferric ferrocyanide. So, it constitutes of ferric ferrocyanide. It is highly poisonous. Cobalt blue is a pigment which is used in the paint. It constitutes of cobalt aluminate and it is poisonous. Zinc green is a pigment of paint. It constitutes of zinc chromate and it is highly poisonous. Amber is a pigment and it constitutes of clay without iron and magnesium. Burnt sienna is a pigment which is used in the composition of paint. It is constituted of hydrated ferric oxide and it is an earth pigment. Lampblack is a pigment which is constituted of carbon. Characteristics of paints. So what are the characteristics of paints? It should possess a good spreading power, i.e. maximum area of surface should be covered by minimum quantity of paint. So the paint should have a good spreading power. So it should have the property that it can spread well on the surface and it can cover the maximum area of the surface. So it should have the very good spreading power that we can choose the minimum quantity of a paint and this minimum quantity of the paint covers the maximum area of the surface. The paint should be fairly cheap and economical. So the paint should be of low cost and it could be economical. The paint should be such that it can be easily and freely applied on the surface. So the paint has such a quality that it can be easily spread on the surface, it can be freely applied on the surface. The paint should be such that it dries in reasonable time and not too rapidly. So the paint should have a quality that it dries on the surface in a reasonable amount of time. It does not dry too rapidly when it is applied on the surface. The paint should form a hard and durable surface. So the paint should have the quality that it forms a hard covering on the surface. So this covering should be hard and durable. So it can protect the surface for a long time. The paint should not affect the health of workers during its application. So the paint should have a quality that it does not affect the health of the workers when they choose the paint and apply the paint on various surfaces. The paint should not be affected by weathering actions of the atmosphere. So the paint should have the property that it does not affected by the weathering conditions. It does not affect by the weathering action of the atmosphere. So during the changing of the atmospheric condition and the weathering, it does not affected by the atmospheric condition. The paint should possess attractive and pleasing appearance. So the paint should have a quality that it possesses the attractive appearance. It appear attractive and pleasing. It should have appealing. The surface coated with paint should not show cracks when the paint dries. So the surface which is coated by the paints should not show cracks when the paint dries. So the paint should have to form a protective covering. It should have the property that it form a smooth surface and it does not show the cracks when the paint dries. When applied on the surface, the paint should form a thin film of uniform nature. So the paint should have the property that when we apply the paint on the surface, the paint should form a very thin film of a uniform coating on the surface. So the paint should be uniform in nature and it should form a thin film of uniform nature on the surface. Defects of paints. So what are the defects of paint? Number 1, bleeding. What is bleeding? It is the discoloration of paint film due to pigment seeping to the surface from undercoat or gum from nodes in timber. So the bleeding is the discoloration of paint film and how the paint films are discolored or how the discoloration occurs in the paint film. The discoloration in paint film occurs due to the pigment seeping to the surface from the undercoat or gum from knots in timber. Blistering. What is blistering? Formation of small areas of swelling on the surface caused by painting in the direct heat of sun or from trapped moisture seeping through to the surface from corrosion sites. So how blistering appears? In this condition, a swelling appears or a swelling forms on the small area of the surface, and this swelling on the small area of the surface is caused due to the sun heating, moisture, or the seeping through the surface or from corrosion sites. So there are various reasons of this swelling which appears on the surface caused by painting. It appears due to the direct heat of the sun, from trapped moisture seeping through to the surface, or from the corrosion sites. Sessing. So what is sessing? Shrinkage or contraction of new coating away from area which is contaminated by grease, oil or polish, particularly silicone types. So, sessing is the condition in which the shrinkage or contraction of new coating appears away from the area which is contaminated by grease, oil or polish. Cracking and peeling. So, what is cracking or peeling? How this condition occurs if the paint had inadequate adhesion and flexibility, overspreading or thinning of the paint, inadequate surface preparation or applying to bare wood without primer, and hardening and fragility at the paint edges. So, the condition of cracking and peeling occurs when the paint contains an inadequate adhesion. The paint is inflexible, it overspread on the surface, and a thin layer of paint is present on the surface. If the paint is applied on the wood without the primer, this condition appears. So, to overcome this condition, the paint should be applied on the surface after the primer. So, to avoid this condition, first the primer is applied on the surface, and after primer the paint should be applied on the surface. Grazing. How is grazing and how it appears on the surface. Irregular cracking of surface film due to age, application of paint over an oily or wet undercoat. So, there are some irregular cracking of the surface film occurs due to the age application of a paint over an oily or the wet undercoat. Efflorescence. So what is efflorescence and how it appears? Formation of a series of open blisters in a paint film due to soluble salts rising to the surface from brick, plaster and cement objects. So these conditions occur due to the presence of salts, and these salts rise on the surface from brick, plaster and cement objects. So they form an open blisters in the paint film. Flaking. What is flaking and when it occurs? Occurs when the paint peels away from the surface due to crack or joint in the film. It may be caused by use of an unsuitable undercoat or shrinking or expansion of the surface. So, this condition occurs when the paint peel away from the surface, and when the paints are peeled away from the surface, they form a crack on the surface. How this condition occurs? This condition is caused by the use of an unsuitable undercoat or due to the shrinking or the expansion of the surface. Advantages. So what are the advantages of paint? It protects the surface from weathering effects of the atmospheric and actions by other liquids, fumes or gases. The paint has an advantage that it protects the surface from weathering effects and different atmospheric conditions. Number 2, it prevents decay of wood and corrosion in the metal. The paint is also served as a protective coating to various surfaces. It prevents the decay of wood and corrosion in the metal. Number 3, it is used to give good appearance to the surface. The decorative effect may be created by painting and the surface become hygienically good, clean, colorful and attractive. So, by using the paint, the surface look more appealing. It can be used for the decorative purposes. By using the paints, the surfaces becomes hygienically good, clean, colorful and attractive. Number 4, it provides a smooth surface for easy cleaning. The paint has an advantage that it provides a smooth surface for easy cleaning. Assignments. Assignment number 1 is what is the role of pigment or filler? Assignment number 2 is how we can overcome the cracking and peeling.